gang of misfits and dope addicts are here?
Because on this day.
Well, we kind of debated it because he's a turd.
Yeah.
But he was also born on this day in 1959.
He's our turd, though.
Morrissey was born. And heaven knows I'm
everything
miserable
that everything I'm doing is out of sync here, so I'm going to have to reconnect or something.
Everything you're doing?
Yeah. See, you said everything you're doing. I saw your lips move, and then I heard you say it like a second later.
At x96.com/live.
Yeah, let's try something.
What? Carrie, let's time it here.
1.
Yeah, that was like 3
Wow.
seconds.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you better shut off.
I guess I'll be back later.
Reconnect.
Shut off. Reconnect.
See what Morrissey has done?
He bummed everybody out.
He's put Bill off.
He's just such a...
I was looking for a job, and then I found a job.
I've been watching that Ricky Gervais show. I'll just say what he would say about Morrissey. He's such a twat.
I don't think we can say that.
I think we can, can't we?
I don't know.
I think that one's okay, isn't it?
Now, we could have played, and we talked about it earlier this week and played a little bit of it, Crash Test Dummies.
Well, we still have 9 and 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Well, but that we also have Tyler Glenn going to be on the show, so we'll probably play.
Yeah, we should definitely play some Neon Trees. He's
going
to be on at 9-ish, right?
Yeah, so probably 9 o'clock potty break. We play their new song.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's also a Gin Blossom birthday. So we had birthdays, but we, in deference to one of our forefathers, because Morrissey was one of the originals. That made sense. We started with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, we're still talking about Morrissey, or are we 10 seconds late now?
We've circled back around to Morrissey.
Oh,
we weren't talking about Morrissey the whole time.
Thank
Is that
God.
working for you now?
Well, I don't know. Let's try a test. Carrie?
1.
Okay.
There we go. That's a little better. A little better.
Geez, that was weird. I blame Morrissey. This is the new normal.
Blaming Morrissey?
Blaming Morrissey is the new normal.
Let's blame him for everything.
Yeah, in these uncertain times, this is the new normal.
Because he's guilty of something.
My guess is Morrissey would be in Bryan Adams' camp of where the blame lies in this whole thing. My guess is that's what Morrissey would say about it.
Yeah, apparently he's turned into a bit of a right-wing a-hole in his old age.
Yeah. Does he still live with his mom? That's what I want to know.
I think he does.
He's he's just always been a kind of troubled, sad person, and
that has continued.
Lives with his mom, and when you're a troubled, sad person, often you look for somebody to blame, and often it becomes a group of people.
Yep.
Yeah. We have too much of that in the news today, anyway. Because it is, it's the new normal. It really is. Why do you go to the mall and shoot it up? Because people were picking on me. People disrespected me.
Is that what he said? I haven't heard the
people were mean to me.
So the people that you shot were mean to you? No, they were just random people.
People were always mean to me, so I had to go to the mall and I wanted to shoot 10 people. That would make me feel better.
What?
Yeah, the exact number, by the way. It had to be that number.
Yep.
Because what does that do that makes everything better? How does that make...
Gina, if you lived here in the new normal with the rest of us, you would understand. That's the only solution. Jeez.
I have resigned myself, though, that I have to figure out a new way to be in this.
A new way to be?
Well, because we can't... I've been in this pattern of, we'll wait till this passes and then we'll be good. And I'm realizing that's going to be a while, so I need to figure out how to be in this new world.
I already figured it out. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to sit on my front porch with a big jug of Country Time lemonade. And I'm going to watch the world go by.
Country Time.
Country Time.
Yeah. And if someone stops by, he'll dispense some wisdom and Country Time lemonade.
Yep. No, I won't dispense Country Time lemonade because this is the new normal.
That's true. You can't
and I have to keep your distance. You get wisdom from a distance. And this is my damn lemonade.
Yeah, there's a positive, because summer usually means an inordinate amount of lemonade stands in my neighborhood that I feel obligated to stop by and buy lemonade. There won't be any of that this year.
So you're celebrating the death of small business. That's what you're doing. You're celebrating the death of the entrepreneurial spirit.
I won't have
Take that, you damn kids.
I have to look these kids in the eye and go, I really don't want any lemonade.
You know how
I
always
2 blocks over with lemonade. And
you know how I always supported those lemonade stands? By teaching the kids a valuable lesson and never buying from them.
You'd walk up and go, is that Country Time lemonade? And they'd say no, and you'd say, I'm not having any.
No, I would just, no. But periodically I would stop by and say, you know what? You have no profit margin, and I'm not buying this from you. And they'd say, what? Did you pay for that? Did you pay? Did you pay for the lemonade that you're now selling? Yeah, no. This is not a real world experience, kids.
I just thought it would be fun.
I'd say they're doing fine if they're not paying back the investor, their parents who bought the lemonade.
That's not the way the real. Well, wait a minute. Here in the new normal,
it is.
That is the way things work now. Yeah. Well, I guess we ought to probably get the show going, huh?
I suppose.
Check in with us at 877-602-9696. We'd like to know that you're out there, that you're ready for the Radio from Hell show. Have you found a new way to be? Gina's new way to be apparently involves putting on lipstick. I've noticed you're wearing lipstick today.
It's not officially lipstick. It's moisture tint from
Chapstick. It's more of a color than you've had lately, and I think you're
every day.
But
it's because I'm wearing red that you're noticing.
It's popping. It's popping.
Yeah, maybe
because
that's
of the red.
You seem to have a little more maybe eye makeup on or something today.
Yeah,
something.
Zero eye makeup.
Nothing.
On.
Well then, my God, you're beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. You're a smoke show. That's what you are.
Really?
Yeah, Gina Barberi. All right,
that's the new normal, smoke show.
Yeah,
smoke show.
877-602-9696. Have you found a way to be in the new normal? Give us a call, check in with us, and then we'll officially begin the Radio from Hell show.
All right. I believe you have a message there from the COVID task force people. Yes.
Yeah, the COVID-19 task force. The call to action is this. Utah is leading together 2.0 regional orders. I see that there's more, actually. Governor Herbert has decided that we can open up more areas of the state, Summit County, and there's another area. Wasatch, yeah, thank you. That's going to yellow. But even when that happens, the guidelines are still specific. We can't anticipate every unique situation, so you need to take personal responsibility. You need to socially distance. You need to wear a mask in public, and particularly if you have underlying health conditions. Nobody wants you to get sick. Nobody wants you to get sick because we feel for you, and because if you get sick, you are likely to make others ill. So take care of yourselves, and you will take care of other people. Wash your damn hands. If you want more information about COVID-19, go to coronavirus.utah.gov.
Hey, this is Todd Newcomb, and I
Gina, most people, when you go to a party and someone turns on the TV, the party goes from within about 15 minutes to everybody staring blankly at the television.
That's true.
And not talking to each other.
That is true.
So it'll be a good thing to do at the party.
Yeah.
The point of the party, if you're having a TV party, then yeah, turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't.
Yeah.
Is that why your parties don't work,
I don't
Gina?
know.
Could that
I'm not
be
good
it?
at having parties.
When's the last time you gave a party?
I don't know. What counts as a party? Is having people over a party? Or do you have to have, like, a celebration of something?
No, I think if you invite people over, it's a party. Even if it's a family dinner, it's a family dinner party.
Oh, then we have those all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
And the TV goes on.
No.
After dinner?
No. No TV.
During dinner?
No. Music.
Oh.
That's it. No TV.
I love people who watch TV during dinner and have TVs in their kitchens and stuff. That's just really odd,
Just says,
I think.
we don't want to talk to each other ever for any reason.
Yeah, it's just really strange. I knew a family who had a small TV on their dinner table, and they would eat dinner and watch television.
Sitting on the table.
Yeah, sitting on the corner of the dinner table, a small television, and it was on when they ate dinner.
So they never talked to each other.
No, not much.
Maybe that kept the fights down.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Now, when we watch TV and eat at the same time, it's because usually we don't have the time to do them both proper.
So then do you take the food to the couch?
Yeah. Take the food downstairs.
When I first met my wife, I was not adverse to doing that. I was also not adverse to having a television in the bedroom, and she was against both of those things. And so we have not done them in, I haven't done them in years, and now I can't imagine doing it.
Even having a TV in your bedroom?
No, God, no. No TV in the bedroom.
Why?
Especially not in the bedroom.
Why especially not in the bedroom?
Because
you don't like to get under the covers and...
Because it's useless. For me, it's useless. If I had a TV in the bedroom, I mean, when I go in the bedroom and get in the bed, you know what I do? Bonk, sleep. Within 2 minutes, I'm out. And if there was a TV in the bedroom, I would be out within 30 seconds. I mean, it would serve no use. It would just serve absolutely no purpose to me to have a TV in the bedroom.
Got to have a TV in the bedroom.
Do you always watch TV before you go to bed?
No. No, it gets turned on maybe once a week.
But you got to have it.
But you got to have it. The Saturday mornings when you wake up and you're not going anywhere and you're just kind of lying there, you're like, let's see what's on.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Let's watch little cartoons.
See,
that would be nice.
You know what you need? You need what we have is like a cabinet that you can just totally shut it off.
That's what we have.
So you can
and then
pretend there's no TV in there until you really
The other reason you need the TV in the bedroom is, the porn. But that's another subject altogether. That
They have porn on TV?
Sure.
You can put the porn on TV.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You control the vertical. You control the horizontal.
No, the porn controls the vertical.
It's 22 right now, and let's get this over with.
Are we ready to do check-ins as well at 877-602-9696? I believe we have at least one person who wants to check in with the Radio from Hell show, but that leaves lines open. Check in. Tell us, have you found a new way to be in the new normal? Don't you want to find a new way to be? Don't you?
I'm
because
trying
we are.
To find one.
We are, most of us at least, in this together. Some of us partially, some of us all the way in it together. So call us, 877-602-9696, and participate. Gina.
Stockton 12 Honda, the Honda Giant. Giant selection, giant choice. That's what makes them the Honda Giant. Come browse or visit at stockton12honda.com.
The moon is, it's gone past being a new moon, and it is now on its way to being a full moon. It's just 0.1% of full. You won't even really be able to see it. The moon will set today at 8:54 p.m. Today being Friday. It's the 22nd day of May in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2020.
Oh, I don't have the bell ready.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, there we go.
And it is World Goth Day.
Ooh.
Celebrating goth culture. And this is the Radio from Hell show starring the goth lords of morning radio. Carrie Azriel Jackson. Oh. I'm Bill Bauhaus Allred. And there is Gina, the mistress of the dark Barbary. The anti-goth raver is Katie for short. And we have...
Katie liked that.
And we... yeah, I always think of ravers as being anti-goth for some reason.
We're just here for a good time. Woo!
Yeah, we're not.
That's totally.
There's cyber goth ravers.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's a subset, I guess.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Small
we have our goth minions in the producer's booth, Cynthia and Miriam. So now it's time for check-ins here on World Goth Day. 877-602-9696. Call and tell us how you are.
All right, let's go first of all to, it says Kilroy. We'll see.
Kilroy is here?
Good morning, goth lords.
Oh.
Is it? It is,
hello,
in fact.
Kilroy.
Kilroy.
That's me.
Yeah, nice to hear from you. You're everywhere, but you're here today. Thanks for checking in.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me listen.
It's our pleasure. Have you found a new way to be?
I have. If there's anything that all of the hours of Animal Crossing has taught me, it's that I can actually enjoy some yard work now and again.
Really?
I'm glad
to
hear
I find
that.
myself out digging up a tree stump and enjoying it, or planting some flowers, and pretty much everything reminds me of Animal Crossing now.
You know what I would like to do is I would like to come over to your house and mix up a big jug of Country Time lemonade and sit on your porch and watch you do yard work.
Not help.
Bill,
No.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome here.
Yeah,
But hey, I actually do have something I wanted to share with your listeners, if you don't
Please.
mind. So I know we typically avoid traffic stories on Radio from Hell, and no one really likes hearing anyone else's traffic story. But
again,
let me through, and I think.
Well,
Carrie
let me
wants
just,
to
Kilroy,
explain
let me
this.
just clarify, because that's a myth. It's a myth. We don't like traffic on the must-goes, because it's always about Utah drivers are the worst because, and so it's on the must-goes that we don't want traffic stories. Everywhere else they're fine.
No, and this is actually the opposite, because it's an instance where I realized I'm a Utah driver in some cases. I'm a very careful driver. I try to stay within a few miles per hour of the speed limit. But I have a traffic story where I was the bad driver, and I wanted to share it with your listeners because there's a lesson at the end.
Okay,
in
go
these
ahead.
troubling times. So, just the other day, I think it was Wednesday, I was driving around Point of the Mountain. I was behind another driver in the right-hand lane, and suddenly I realized that I was passing a big rig that was on my left. And have you ever seen those big rigs that have on the back, painted on the back, it says, pointing to the left with a big arrow, it says passing side, and then pointing to the right, suicide.
I haven't noticed that.
It's kind of macabre, but
I saw that, yeah.
Oh, I haven't noticed
So apparently truck drivers don't want you to pass on the right. I'm assuming it's a pretty bad blind spot. I get it. In fact, I have my CDL, and I realize I try to be especially careful around big rigs.
Yeah.
But I found myself passing this truck, and as I'm like halfway through passing this truck, they turn on their blinker as if they're about to change into my lane and run me over. And then I quickly pass them as quickly as I can safely, and then they start blinking their brights at me furiously. And I'm like, dude, I'm a little indignant. I'm like, what? I just passed you. I'm sorry. You're in the middle lane. Are we not allowed to use the lanes on the right? What the heck?
Yeah.
So But I quickly humbled myself and said, well, maybe there's a reason. And I remembered that, you're not supposed to pass trucks on the right. But anyway, I wanted to kind of just open the conversation and hear from any truck driver listeners that you might have, if they can explain to me why is it so important that we don't pass on the right.
We have a lot of truck drivers that listen this time.
Am I okay passing on the right if I leave a buffer lane in between?
Listen, you know, it is more dangerous for you to pass on the right. But the truck driver was also being a douche. So
okay, good. So, you validated me. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Everyone is to blame.
Yeah.
All right.
See you later, Kilroy.
Thank you, Kilroy.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Let's see. Kirk, the Prince of Puberty, checking in. Hey, Bill, did you ever get your masks you ordered from the state yet? You know, the free mask.
You did?
He says, I'm still waiting for mine. Hopefully they show up before we go from yellow to green.
They came yesterday, and I got a little note. A Mask for Every Utah. The state of Utah is happy to provide protective face masks to those who need one now more than ever. I ordered 3, and they came. These were free. They came in the mail yesterday, and this note is signed, personally signed, by Governor Gary Herbert, Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox, House Speaker Brad Wilson, and Senate President Stuart Adams, and Donald J. Trump. What? Oh no, I misread that. And then it says, please share a picture on social media of you wearing your mask and tell us how you're working to slow the spread by using the hashtag MaskUtah.
Where's the mask? We want to see the mask.
That's
Is it a cloth mask?
It's a simple gray. It's very nice. There it is.
Oh, that's
kind
nice
of
enough.
Yeah.
All right.
It's, and 3 of them came in the mail, and they're serviceable, washable.
It's good to have more than one. Like leave one in your car. And
I picked up my Iconoclad masks yesterday. Yep. I haven't opened this yet, but there were some kitty face masks that my daughter really likes, that Katie picked out, I think, and my daughter loves those.
That's the one I'll be wearing when I venture out today.
You should
a kitty mask?
Then you should do as my daughter does, and also have a fake kitty tail that you can pin on.
I warned you, Bill. I warned you.
She does. She has a fake kitty tail that she's a little bit of a furry isn't the right way, but she likes to cosplay sometimes as a cat.
I'll call up some of the cosplayers I know and see if I can borrow a tail.
Yeah.
Traffic, Gina.
Things are looking pretty good this morning so far. I have no accidents or slowages to tell you about. Do you have some to tell me about? This is a two-way street here on the traffic report. If you want to let us know something you see, text it to us, 33986.
All right, so we will take a break. We will be back. Big boy news and opinioendo on the way. Stand by. X96.
Radio from Hell is on until 11 during the global pandemic, but we've still got a 1 hour.
Dear Carrie, Bill, and Gina, although Gina wasn't here when this happened, I don't believe. I've been listening to Radio from Hell since I was 14 or 15. I'm now 30, and I still spend my mornings listening to you all as I commute to work. I value your opinions, and for the most part, I share your ultra-liberal way of thinking. I often find myself quoting you when discussing politics or even just life events. It would be safe to say that I'm a loyal fan. However, one of my biggest pet peeves continues to pop up on the show, and I can't take it anymore. I'm a millennial. I was born in 1988. the heart of the millennial generation. Over the years, the term millennial has become an insult or comedic point for many, including myself. Mm-hmm. We are the generation of participation trophies and lackluster work ethic. Where my issue falls is this: the constant misuse of the term millennial. A millennial is anyone born between 1981 and 1996. So, yes, producer Katie is definitely a millennial. And the segment where you asked her all of the nostalgic questions was quite funny. But looking at the years that millennials were kids, you wouldn't think it's that odd that a millennial would know what you were talking about. I mean, I could easily answer every one of the questions. It wasn't that hard. Perhaps I'm wrong, but it seems that you all think a millennial is much younger than they truly are. For the most part, millennials are in their late 20s, early 30s. We are the children of the late 80s and 90s. So it says, yet every other episode or so, there's a comment from you all about millennials and what we don't know. The breaking point was on the 17th when Bill made a comment about millennials getting into the TV show The Office. For the love of God, Bill, millennials were watching The Office when we were in junior high and high school. Maybe it's just silly of me to get so worked up. It is. But millennials didn't eat Tide Pods. So fault us for our real mistakes. I love you all. I'm just annoyed by this. Probably I'm entitled, emotional, and a millennial. Love always, Molly. Well, Molly's right. So I looked it up. The generations. They name each generation.
I feel like I've read conflicting things on when the millennial ends and begins. So if she is correct, and you confirm that, then I'm a millennial too. I'm an older millennial, but I would still be a millennial.
Here's what it is. Some generations are known by one name only, as like baby boomers.
Okay.
That's what I would be. Names for other generations is a matter of some dispute among experts, but here are some of the things that we agree on. There's a chart at x96.com/live.
Okay.
Here's how and William Strauss, they're demographers, describe millennials. Millennials would be between 1980 and 2000, also known as Generation Y. Okay?
Okay.
So let's
80 to late 90s. All right.
Yeah. Let's see. So people from 2000 to the present would be known as either the silent generation, the new silent generation, or Generation Z. Okay. But so then there's another one, the Population Reference Bureau. They have a little different. So there are different ones, but generally millennials are between 1980 to 2000
to late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one is pretty set in all of these. But then there's the silent generation, the baby boomers. That's 1946 to 64. Generation X, that was 65 to 79. And millennials, then present, they're calling the present new silent generation or Generation Z. So, but she's right, millennials, we just have I have the tendency to think of anybody who's really young is a millennial, and that's not true.
From now on, you're all young'uns.
Gen Z.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're young'uns. That's the title. That applies to everybody.
Young'uns?
Young'uns.
Okay.
My dad would say. Let's get this going. We got full strength big boy news and opinionuendo now, brought to you by
Cyprus Credit Union, offering a home equity line of credit at an introductory rate of 1.99% APR for the first 6 months. Visit them online at cypruscu.com.
Well, hey, Hey, thank you, coronavirus. Thank you, COVID-19, for making several American billionaires even wealthier. Thank you.
How did it do that?
Particularly the CEOs of the largest tech companies have become $434 billion richer during the coronavirus pandemic. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos and Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg have seen the biggest gains to their fortunes since COVID-19. According to a report released on Thursday, Americans for Tax Fairness and the Institute for Policy Studies Program for Inequality studied Forbes data for more than 600 billionaires. Who knew there were so many? 600 billionaires between March 18th and May 19th, as the coronavirus pandemic caused at least 38 million Americans to lose their jobs. The report found that the collective fortunes of the super-rich spiked by 15%, from $2.948 billion to $3.382 trillion. The 5 wealthiest billionaires of the 600. So these are, they're billionaires, but they make other billionaires look like small fry. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, and Larry Ellison accounted for $76 billion total in wealth gains. Tesla CEO Elon Musk's net worth almost doubled during a 2-month period, spiking 48% to $36.4 billion. Well, again, other Americans have lost their jobs, or at the very least been made to take tax or to take salary cuts and pay cuts. So there you go. Just a little food for thought there.
What's wrong with capitalism?
I don't know. I think this country was built on wealth inequity. That's what.
Yeah.
This is the new normal. This is the new normal.
And you meatbags go to work so that they can get their money.
Goldie Hawn, like Gina, is struggling to come to terms.
I knew we were on the same wavelength. I knew it.
Well, you're wearing more makeup than she does these days.
I have no makeup on.
You see pictures
None.
You see pictures of Goldie Hawn. She doesn't ever wear makeup anymore, I don't think. The 74-year-old actress appeared on Good Morning Britain on Thursday, where she talked about how she's handling the coronavirus pandemic. The reality is that the people that really I'm worried and concerned about are the people that are actually incarcerated, or they feel that they are in their apartments, she said.
Well, that didn't come out very good.
It's not a house. It doesn't have a garden they can go out into. So we're very, very lucky, and I'm incredibly grateful. Sock it to me. She didn't say sock it to me, but that's a very deep old reference. Old. Despite feeling fortunate for her own situation, Hawn admitted that she struggles with knowing that other people are suffering. What I do feel is tremendous angst, tremendous sadness. She said through tears, I find that every day, honestly, I cry probably 3 times a day because it hurts me to think that there's abuse going on, there's anger going on, and it all has to do with confinement, fear, uncertainty, and what's going to happen. I'm just curious as to why Good Morning Britain felt it necessary to contact Goldie Hawn and get her feelings about them.
She's pretty active on social media. She posts stuff all the time, and maybe they found something there that they wanted to talk to her about. She's pretty active there.
Okay. Utah Governor Gary Herbert late yesterday afternoon issued an executive order moving Summit and Wasatch counties to low health risk status of yellow. Herbert's order is effective immediately in time for Memorial Day weekend. People in those counties can now gather in groups of up to 50, and businesses can open. Team sports can resume as long as participants are checked for symptoms first. On May 14th, Herbert had moved most of the state from a moderate level orange down to yellow, with the exception of Salt Lake City and West Valley City, as well as Summit, Wasatch, and Grand counties. That yellow level went into effect on Saturday. Salt Lake City, West Valley, Grand County remain at orange. heading into the holiday weekend.
And if you remember when we talked to Mayor Mendenhall, and I said to her, if you live in Salt Lake City, you're an orange. If you're going to go recreate over the weekend in the mountains or somewhere, you take that orange with you. Just because you're going somewhere that's yellow doesn't mean
bananas.
You personally can.
So we're oranges, and
oranges.
The rest of the state are bananas, the yellow bananas. Zion National Park will be open, limited, but will be open for Memorial Weekend. It's currently open for day use only, unless staying at Zion Lodge or Watchman Campground. No entry fees are being charged at this time, while the park has planned a phased resumption of operations. There's a new initiative. It's called Bringing Confidence to the Table, a new initiative that encourages Utahns to buy locally produced food and agricultural products. It was launched Thursday by Utah's Own program. That's you see labels on items in grocery stores that are produced here in Utah.
Harmon's carries a lot of them.
We hope to educate folks on the food and agriculture that's being produced around them and provide a way for everybody to reap the benefits of living in a place like Utah, said Logan Wild, Commissioner of Utah Department of Agriculture and Food, which runs Utah's Own.
I'm having a cup of confidence right now.
Ben McAdams, our congressman. What's that say?
That's
Dawn
Campos.
Patrol?
Oh,
Campos coffee.
Yeah.
So it's my cup of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Ben McAdams, Congressman Ben McAdams, who recovered from COVID-19, donated plasma to research on possible treatment for the virus. The ARUP laboratories and University of Utah Health are researching the effectiveness of convalescent plasma as a possible COVID-19 treatment. If my experience can somehow play a small part in helping relieve suffering for other patients with COVID-19, I'm glad to participate, he said. McAdams contracted the virus in March, spent 8 days in the hospital. After recovering and testing negative, McAdams donated plasma to ARUP in April and again this week at the Blood Services Sandy Donor Center. Well, it was a terror-related shooting, they say, at the Naval Air Station in Corpus Christi, Texas. The Navy says security teams neutralized the shooter. A manhunt was underway in Texas for possible second suspect after the Thursday shooting at the Naval Air Station in Corpus Christi. They are saying it was terror-related. They're not being much more specific than that, other than the shooter apparently had some contact with ISIS. The gunman was described as an Arab male, later identified as Adam al-Shahi of Corpus Christi. I believe he's a citizen, American citizen. And then they say there may be a second suspect. And the shooter at the Arizona Mall, his name is Armando Jr. Hernandez. And he says the reason he shot up the mall in Arizona was that he felt disrespected. And so
by the people at the mall, he
wanted to shoot 10 people.
10 people that actually disrespected him, or just
I don't know, Gina. I don't know if he was specific, nor do I really believe that knowing the specification of that is important.
I'm curious though about the thought process there. Like, I would really like to know, okay, I've been treated poorly in my life, so I'm going to go bullied. And I'm being serious. I've been bullied in my life. I'm going to get in my car and drive to the mall and shoot people I don't know. How does that make you feel better about what happened to you? I really would like to know that if they have a reason that makes sense at all. Where their mind goes, where they think that will be the thing that makes them feel better.
I don't think there is an explanation, nor should you seek one. Because there is nothing logical about it. So it's the actions of someone who is not right, who's not thinking right.
It's nice that people are getting out now, though.
The malls are open.
Malls are open. Shootings start again.
Donald Trump, touring a Ford plant in Michigan on Thursday, wore a face mask, as he should have done. But either his vanity or his arrogance, or both, made him shove the mask, adorned with the presidential seal, in his pocket before he went in front of the cameras, the reporters that were there. Everyone else, from the chairman of Ford to Trump aides, kept their masks on. Don, however, did not, contrary to the guidance for the Centers for Disease Control. I don't know if you have the audio of him, but he came out and said to the reporters, "I was wearing this mask back there, back when we were in the back of the plant. I think a couple of you may have gotten a photograph of that, but I'm not going to wear it now because, well, I don't want to give you the satisfaction of seeing me wear it." That's basically what he says.
Yeah, no, he just out and out said, "I'm not wearing it in front of the press because you guys would like it too much."
Now, there were some photographers back there who managed to capture some shots of him wearing it. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he said, "I put it away. I don't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing it," he said. Okay, great. By the way, I see now why the Attorney General of Michigan called Donald Trump a petulant child. Yeah.
The thing I noticed about the photos was, you ever notice how weird he stands?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of leans forward.
He leans forward.
Mm-hmm. His knees are locked. And
I read about a guy who worked with him on The Celebrity Apprentice, some behind-the-scenes writer type. Mm-hmm. Said that he stands that way because he's wearing adult diapers.
Well, maybe.
And the guy wasn't kidding. He said he's incontinent, and that's why he has the baggy suits, so you won't see the diapers. And
maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, Gina, here's a story for you: murder and mayhem. 32.
Okay.
Now, 30, and I want to know what was going through this guy's mind. These people are just. 32-year-old Long Island man was arrested and charged with murder on Thursday after fatally stabbing his father while the father was on a Zoom video chat with about 20 people. So they all saw it happen.
Wow.
Jeez.
As his naked son comes into the scene and kills his father. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. A spokesman declined to comment on the type of meeting that was being held. That's not important.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, but I want to know what the meeting was. That's the kind of question you asked, Gina. Well, what kind of meeting was it?
Was it his literary club?
Yeah. Let's see. How much time do we have here?
Yeah, you're probably.
I don't believe this study. A new study shows that many couples are still happy together after months of quarantine for the coronavirus.
I'm happy.
That's absolutely.
We're good.
Yeah, that's just you. That's I believe this is not a true study.
No, we're doing okay over here.
Can't be true. And I think both of you are lying. All right, that's it then. Sports, weather, traffic.
Well, that documentary, The Last Dance, we've been talking about it a lot, the Michael Jordan documentary. During the last episode of the documentary, Michael Jordan says he thinks he got sick from eating a pizza in Park City the night before playing the Jazz in the '97 finals. This is known as the flu game. Well, you heard it reported, the guy saying, "I'm the guy that made the pizza, and I'm a Bulls fan, and I made sure it was okay." Well, his ex-wife says, "Not
pizza
so
guy's
fast,
ex-wife?
buddy."
The pizza guy's ex-wife?
Mm-hmm. A second account from the ex-wife of the man who claims to have made the pizza says she is the one who delivered it. "It was a large, thin-crust Italian sausage pizza," says Audrina Gallegos. She says she worked at the Park City Pizza Hut with her ex-husband, who was the manager. Gallegos said there was...
Wait a minute. The story you had yesterday was, I'm really following this closely. He was the assistant manager.
This is her account. I'm
right.
reading her account. She said there was an identical order a few nights before, which is why she's certain she delivered the infamous pizza. "My ex-husband says this is the same name and the same thing the other night. It's Jordan, and you get to deliver it." And I'm like, okay. This is her account of the story. Gallegos says the night the pizza was delivered, her ex-husband made the same pizza with the same toppings that Jordan ordered. I remember watching the game and like, no way, we ate that pizza last night with him. We've been eating the same thing all day. The documentary, it says 5 men showed up at the door. When asked about it, Gallego said she was the only person escorted by security into the hotel up to the room to deliver the pizza. So
that she put flu all over? Is that what?
She's not saying. She just said it was her, not her ex-husband. So
that's all we got out of that whole story, was that it was her that delivered it, not her?
No, and we got the specific order. Weren't you wondering? It's a thin crust Italian sausage.
No.
You weren't wondering
that?
No,
I wasn't wondering that at all. Nor do I care about this story in the slightest one way or another.
It's a big sports story, Bill. And X96 is excited to let you know that the RSL Team Store is now open for business. I'm wearing my Kyle Beckerman t-shirt today, and they are having a special on them. $17.50 for the Kyle Beckerman t-shirts, hoodies for $40. Carrie's got his RSL mug right there.
You get the mugs too?
Yeah, they've got those too. They've got blankets, pins, flags. So go to the RSL Team Store and get your gear today. Traffic, we've got nothing. Dry roads. Everyone's traveling at freeway speeds along the Wasatch Front. If you're on your way out of town for the long holiday weekend, looks like things are... It's actually going to be a little chilly Saturday.